Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your man Swift here again today. I know you guys expect to hear from me again this quickly, but I'm going to try to put a concerted effort to put more. I know I always say that, guys, and I really do mean it, but like a bunch of us, I kind of get pulled in a lot of different directions. Now, I just wanted to give you that visual for a particular reason. Sometimes just the presence of the logo of certain companies can lend instant uh, legitimacy or breed trust in a particular thing. And guys, I don't want you to get it wrong. I'm not always trying to find ways uh, to manipulate or deceive or bamboozle people. Sometimes they just need a little nudge in the right direction. Okay, with that said, there's always a method to the madness. Now, yesterday I put a little addition onto the site was a curation software, which of course you can add and build up sites. Okay, and add content to sites. Now, another thing I always try to do is, I mean, if I can, find a way to cut out the middleman, and what I mean by that is find ways to do things, a service that other people are trying to make you pay for or sign up for. If I can figure a way to do that on my own, well, hey, that it makes it even better for me, and I have complete control over it. That said, I have several sites that I've had up for quite some time and get quite a bit of traffic. Maybe not as much as I'm stating here, but I mean, a little white field, and and there's a way I'm going to handle that as well. But before I get into it, this can also work with the dream script thing, the promotion thing we're doing too. That's why I tell you to try to always build a rapport with the people that you're dealing with. I mean, you can't build a rapport with everybody, but you have to kind of use common sense and judgment and see where something seems that it has potential, and you go ahead and take that a little further. I mean, some things you just can't put into a script. It has to just be within you, and I try to present stuff that will kind of pull that out of you and give you hints when I say this can, you know, add passive income down to where it can be funnel into more income in other ways. I mean, it's up to you to kind of look for those other ways and find that in you yourself. Okay, in this particular banner, I just built with a simple PowerPoint and those two little photos that I showed you, and I'll put it on my sites and I kind of have a rapport because every now and then, I mean, somebody might ask me for something free, this or that, and I'll go ahead and give it to them because there's a method to that madness also. I'm gonna kind of ask him a little bit. I mean, I know if he's asking for studio equipment, he's probably got some kind of band, trying to get some kind of band together. And well, hey, man, listen, just like you come here to this site, I have a lot of people come to this site, man. If you want to get some exposure to your band, I have a little package here for you. I mean, it's just a lot of different ways you can. You don't have to make a zillion dollars doing one thing. You can do a variety of things and just let those accumulate. And another thing that's good for is you don't have all your eggs in one proverbial basket. So I mean, it's good to concentrate on one thing at a time to make sure it gets working and it gets executed. But once you have that kind of on board and kind of at a nice sustainable pace, well, it's time to go on to something else and start, researching the next thing. Don't just try it, guys. Just try. You don't want to always just jump into things. I don't, research is so important in what we do here. Research and experimentation is so important, but research definitely to begin with. And I don't mean just getting a piece of niche finding software or things. I mean just going to a lot of the usual spots in the usual places, but then going to an unusual spot on those usual places, and maybe finding somebody talking or giving a hint here or there. I mean, it could be something simple as I might go on Elance when people are asking about jobs, different things, and I might look at a job assignment, and within that little conversation between those two people, I might find a little jewel, because a lot of times they have some people running some pretty nice scams so, on there as well, and I can get a little tidbit from that, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, and so like I said, if you guys have a nice little site or something, I mean, do your own little advertisement. I mean, do your own little networking and communicating. I mean, I know a lot of you guys just starting out or whatever. That's why I have the little curation software. Go ahead and build you a couple of little sites, and try to make them as generic to start off with as possible. What I mean by generic is covering a lot of, like news stories, current events. That way it can cover a wide array of potential customers. And then maybe as you go along, are you doing something like we're doing now with this particular project, then you can be more focused on a particular niche or a particular aspect of the type of traffic you want to draw in. As we say in the business, a more targeted audience. And it's a lot easier when you get it to that point, because you can kind of do more research on that particular subject matter, and then that way you can convey your expertise or your authority in that field. And a lot of times, guys, people don't realize that's where you make your money at, authority sites. Like Google is an authority of search. Or I'm not gonna go into great detail, but you know where I'm going here. And once you become recognized as an authority of something, that lends credibility, and it breeds trust. So, okay, guys, this might be one of my better tutorials, since I've been pretty well rested and I've been on the grind a lot. I'm like, as well as you guys have been. And I just want to thank you guys for your back and forth and participating in my project here, and it's going to help us all grow. I have no doubt in that. Some, unfortunately, more than others, because some of us participate a little bit more. That's why I kind of encourage all you guys to hop in there. Don't be afraid, man. To say the little thing, it's more than saying hi. That might just get the juices flowing. I mean, everything I'm gonna put out, it's not gonna be gold, but I know it's keeping the machine oiled. It's keeping it lubricated. It's keeping me going. As long as you stay vibrant, there's a chance that you're gonna strike something. You're not gonna get too much of anything just being stagnant. That's the proven fact. Okay, so, and like I said, my point is, you have your little site. It's something as simple as this, and you never know. If you have guys coming to your site, especially if you're offering something, or even if it's no more than a newsletter, especially if you're offering some little, maybe some hard to find free software. Go to some of those open source sites, and maybe you may have it set up where it's content locked, or set up where they may have to do a survey. Eventually they're going to have folks who are going to come along and going to say, well, I can't get it, I can't find the thing, could you please if you mind give me the software. Okay, you just don't give it to them, send them a link, or you just ask them a question or two before you send it to them. Build a little rapport there, like I said. And then from there you can kind of branch out into other things. So a lot of times in our haste we miss the opportunity to convert things. And that's why sometimes you just have to, not always look for that instant gratification or that monetary feedback. You just look at the big picture of what you're trying to build, and what you're trying to represent as a brand. And that's the only message I try to relay a lot of times, guys. So, in any event, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to put a more concerted effort just into what I'm doing here with my thing here. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be MIA every now and again, because I still have some things going on that's going in this. I try to not mess with anything that's short terms, long term. So I'm going to bump head with giants every now and then, and I have to kind of go and try to slay to stay in the game. So I just want you guys to be patient during those laps and those periods. I'm gonna try to come back and make it up. So, okay, guys, I just wanted to, it's something as simple as this. I just wanted to show you. Now I'm going to go ahead and make me 2 or 3 more of these. And of course, this PowerPoint, all I have to do is change maybe just this here and put the next site and this here and the next site. Like I said, you guys can build you a couple of sites and start uh, getting some traffic towards it. I'm gonna try to start doing a few more things, and I have a couple of tools that I use to get a little, I mean, just random traffic, but I mostly like my traffic to be targeted from networking. But as we go along in a little bit more, I'll start sharing a little bit more of that with you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, I just wanted to drop in and holler at you guys, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute.